Hi people, hope you're well, yeah, and welcome to a workout. Yes, a workout, yeah, I'm actually going to train. So just quickly, yeah, those that don't know, my wife's got stage 4 terminal cancer, yeah, and we've reached every avenue we can in the UK. So I did a GoFundMe, I've raised £27,000 so far, yeah, that's not why I'm here, it's a training channel. But I just want you to know where I've been, yeah, no excuses. I'll share a brief video of what's happened, yeah, where we've been, went to Germany, got flew over there, yeah, operation, hopefully to stop the cancer in its tracks. She's got 90% liver cancer. She's got it in her lungs as well and spleen. But at the moment, the thing that's going to kill her is the cancer in the liver. Yeah, it covers most of the liver, and that's where I've been. That's why I've not been training. But my channel's not about that. Yeah, I just want you to know that Rob-Botics always has a good excuse when Rob-Botics does not train. Yeah. Right, so you'll notice I'm in the old tights. What? Yeah, why am I in them? Yeah, well, it's old school training, isn't it? Do you remember I talked about doing the Eugen Sandow workouts, yeah, to prove that you can get something like, well, I've lost a bit of size already because I've not been training, yeah. The wife's upstairs recovering in my gym, the bedroom, yeah, so I can't train in that. So I can't use multiple equipment, so I'm going to do Eugen Sandow's chest expander workout, door exerciser workout one day, and another day the light dumbbell system, yeah. So it's only one piece of kit per time, yeah, and it saves time on workouts and just means that I can train anywhere without disturbing the missus, yeah, who's really poorly at the moment. So I'm going to get started. So the way I'm going to train on the Eugen Sandow workout is I'm going to use these charts, yeah. This is the first one, the chest expander chart. I'm going to follow them and see if I can build any strength, but just to see if they work, yeah. I want to prove to the world that this old school stuff really does work, and what's better than proving it is doing it, innit? So I'm not going to go particularly heavy today. It's first session, yeah, of an 8-week course. Hopefully I'll see the course through this time, because I didn't do the course last time, yeah, but I had a good reason, yeah. We're in Germany, as you've just seen, yeah, fighting for my wife's life, which is quite important, I think. Right, so off we go, yeah. Robotics time. Stand to attention. Of them. I felt them in the chest and especially the rear back here. Rhomboids, rear delts, triceps, yeah. Good little exercise, nice set of 15, yeah. Started quite light. You want to feel it, but you don't want it to be too much at this stage, yeah. You want to build up to it. Yeah, so from this moment on, yeah, I'm not going to talk about my private life here with training. I just wanted you to know that I am going through some stuff, and this is why I've let you down by not training for, you know, a good while, yeah. But hopefully we're on the right track now in life, treatments in place, hopefully things are going to improve and I can keep training, yeah. But like I said, that's the last thing I'm going to say on the matter. Workouts from now on, yeah. Draw the chin in, stand to attention. Don't forget to stand to attention, squeeze the legs. Big squeeze at the back. had my breathing out wrong way around then, yeah. I should be breathing out when I'm pulling, yep. The hardest part of the movement should be breathing out, yeah. I went wrong way around then, yeah. So, just to show you, breathe in, out, squeeze the back, yeah. But when you breathe back in and go back, you should be stopping the springs with the chest. And that's how you get the inner and outer pecs built up, as well as this little bit here, yeah. Right, last set. Stand to attention, squeeze them legs. Ten. Whew. Now I can feel it. Yeah, this is why you don't need to go heavy. Wow, that last set really broke it, yeah. I really felt it, yeah, really good. Right, this next exercise is a one-armed exercise, yeah. So you have the chest expander, one arm bent, one arm extended, yeah. And then you literally stand to attention, squeeze those legs, draw the chin in, extend out. 1, 2, 3. Keep the elbow up, like that. 10. Now one-handed exercises, just from my point of view, just 10, yeah, because they are difficult. Right, this arm. Right, 10. It really does wipe the shoulders out quick, yeah. Does the front pecs there, does the shoulders, does the front delts, top delts, rear delts, does everything. Right, second set. So, on the posters, he stands to attention. He doesn't stand like I do, the Eugen Sandow stance. It's attention, with the legs together, squeeze, yeah. Right hand first. Ten. Left arm. Stand to attention. Squeeze the butt cheeks. Squeeze the legs. Right, so I don't know if you can notice on there, I'm not just pulling the arm out. Literally what I'm doing is drawing the lat and the back muscles back first. Yep, like that. So that kind of switches on the back. and the biceps, yeah. So it draws in the lats, draws in the back, and then I do that movement, yeah. And it makes it harder rather than just flinging it out, yeah. There's a lot going on. Last set. Stand to attention. Squeeze the arm out, so you squeeze the triceps. Tense the abs, glutes, quads. That really does engage the shoulders at the back, yeah, especially where the scapula is, all the muscles at the back, the rhomboids. Does the forearms, does the wrist, does the triceps as well, yeah. I nearly forgot, I've got another arm. Right, let's go. Eight, 9, 10. Ooh, right. Contrary to popular belief, yeah, when you're training with a chest expander, it doesn't have to be heavy. It just has to be incorporated in such a way that the exercise and movement is correct enough to make it work, yeah. You can actually stick to this weight if you want. I'm actually contemplating, do I stick to the weight and go up in reps, or do I go up in weight, yeah. At the moment, I'm thinking go up in reps, yeah. I'm going to see what that feels like, because I think it'll be pretty phenomenal, yeah. You don't need a lot of weight. Remember, we're toning and shaping. Right, so this next exercise, we know it as a dumbbell lat raise, don't we? But it's a chest expander lat raise. So, don't forget to tense the legs, tense the glutes. Yep. Off we go, yeah. Draw the chin in. Eight. Oof. I felt every one of them, yeah. Now, what you've got to remember, only 8, I've got a damaged shoulder, yeah, and it really felt it, so I'm going to try and build that up. Set 2. Stand back a bit. One more. Now what I'm doing, if you notice, I'm not letting the chest expander drift away from the body. I'm keeping it really close to the body, yeah? It does make a massive difference. And you'll find with this, what it actually trains is your inner cuffs. It trains them a lot, you'll feel it straight away. Now, everybody knows that your inner cuffs are weaker than your muscles because we don't train them enough. This is a fantastic exercise for training those weak inner cuffs. Right, final set. What makes that insanely difficult, yeah, is the fact that you're pushing the springs out. You're literally pushing your shoulders apart, yeah, and it's that weakens pretty quickly, yeah, just in case you're wondering. If it were a dumbbell, which is a different movement altogether, that would be a really, really lightweight. Now this next exercise, I've got one 15-pound spring on, yeah. Reason being, this shoulder's damaged and I really do struggle. Once the arms go behind the back and the shoulder has to reach back, this arm really struggles, the left arm, to lift up. So it's going to be a very, very difficult exercise for me, this. So turn around, off we go. Tense the legs. That is another insanely difficult exercise, yeah. It is for me anyway with this injury, but yeah, really, really difficult. Right, so next set with this, I'll do it from front, see what that looks like. 5 that way, 10 this way. Oh, ooh, right, I've got a supraspinatus tear, yeah. Is it supraspinatus or infraspinatus? It's that one there, I think it's supraspinatus, yeah, I think. There's a infraspinatus there, I believe. That's weak on me now, because it's been under a lot of strain. This exercise trains that muscle, and I'm hoping it'll build it up to speed. Right, last set. Two more. That really does sort things out, yeah. It gets you here, little muscle there, you know, top of your forearm, gets that. Gets right underneath your rear delts and back. Very good. Right, so another one-handed exercise. We're going to do a set of 10 on these, yep, and then swap arms. So the way Eugen Sandow does these is hold his left arm by the side, right arm there, yeah, and just press up. 1. 2. 10 on that side, and then swap. Remember what you're doing with this arm down there, you're squeezing life out of this tricep. It's not just there for show. So squeeze, yep. That does start to burn quick. Right, off we go. Don't forget, stand to attention, squeeze legs. It's the only way they're getting worked. Ten, let's swap. Remember, I said earlier, it doesn't have to be heavier because it's a lot of time under tension, yeah. You're training with springs, yeah. That tension never stops all the way through the movement, yeah. It's not like weights, so you don't have to be training really, really heavy. It's a different form of exercising. Right, last set. Stand to tension, squeeze everything down there, yeah. That's how you train it on the Sandow workout. Ten, let's swap. So the major difference between doing that and a dumbbell, yeah, when you've got a dumbbell in your hand, it tends to push your shoulder down and compress that joint. When you've got a spring, you're trying to push the spring out, so automatically your shoulder joint pushes out, and you're doing the press under that load, so it literally strengthens your shoulder joint up here. Whereas a heavy dumbbell will weaken your shoulder joint because it's crushing down on it and closing it. Yeah, the springs will strengthen that joint because you're forcing it open and then you're putting it under load open, so it strengthens that joint and it teaches it to stay open nice, yeah. And that's where all the healing happens, yeah, when your joints are nice and open and strong, not constricted and squashed. So exercise 5, I feel fairly confident for 3 springs on this one, yeah. So that's £45. Stance to tension, knuckles outwards, yeah, above the head. We're bringing it to the chest. I'll turn round. Tense enough on that one, believe it or not, yeah. I should have stuck to 2 springs. After all the other workout, it's quite difficult, yeah. And I don't want to start cheating at this stage. Right, second set. Really felt that, yeah. Triceps, upper chest, rhomboids, forearms, wrist. There's a lot going on. Right, last set. The muscles that really struggle for me is the internal rotor cuffs, yeah. Just because you're forcing that string out, they really do go before the out muscles go, yeah. So it really is a really good way to train internal rotators. Right, so this next exercise is another shoulder exercise. I'm on having 1 spring because of my injury to my left shoulder. Yeah, so start with the palms in. Flick the spring to the back of the hand so the palms are facing out. Reach upwards, palms facing out, and down, 1 arm, yeah, and you're in the right position. Tense the tricep at the back, hold it at the back of the buttock. There, yep, and off we go. It's a matter of finding out what's more comfortable for you on this, I think. Yep. Exercise 7, set 2, yeah? Right, last set. And then one more. Right, so this is my least favourite exercise, yeah, but I've got to do it because it's on there. So, flip your chest expander up to the top so your knuckles are facing inwards, pull it down to the back, yep, and then hold it there, and then we're coming in to there, yeah, and out. Seven. Right, the problem there is this shoulder is so unstable, it's untrue, yeah? And I can't hold the spring. Got to concentrate now. One more. Set 2. You've got to remember on these to try and keep the spring below the shoulder line. You don't want it hunched up there because it ruins the exercise. And you don't want your elbows to go through the springs either because that also ruins the exercise. So you've got to get your elbows under springs and it's not going to ride above your neck. Difficult. Ooh. Right, last set, I'm going to show you from the back. Right, so moving on to exercise 9 now. This is exactly the same as exercise 6, except where exercise 6 you pull to the front, exercise 9 you pull to the back. Same position though, yeah, knuckles outwards, so stand to attention. The back of the neck, yeah. I'm going to stick an 8 on there, yeah. Struggling on this side. Really struggling on this side, yeah, the weak side. Right, let's go. Step 2. To the back of the neck. I'll show you from back. Right, final round. I've only got 8 in there, yeah. I shifted the way I did that exercise in because I realised something halfway through, yeah. It's like a lat pull down exercise, yeah. So you're pulling the string apart, not with your arms like I was initially doing. You're pulling them apart with your lats. You draw your lats in and it pulls the string apart. Makes it 10 times harder, yeah. And it also trains your back better. Right, so this has got to be the worst chest expander of my ever life, yeah. I can't stand it. But it's in the Eugen Sandow course. I've got to do it, yeah. Now, I'm extremely weak on this exercise because of this left shoulder. I've got one spring, yeah. And I don't care. Right, so it's arms in, yep. And literally just push them out to the side, like so, yep. 1. In. 5. I'll turn around so you can see what's happening in the back. Engage the back. Now the reason I hate the exercise so much is because this left shoulder doesn't track properly because I've got a muscle missing there, yeah. And it can't even work out how to track because there's something missing, yeah, and it feels really strange for an exercise. But what I'm going to do is stick to it because you never know, it just might strengthen things up, might work in my favour down the line. Right, so off we go, set 2. Set the shoulders, squeeze the back. Right, last exercise for today, yeah? Last set. Enjoyed that, really enjoyed that, yeah. I can see that exercise workout routine getting difficult quick, yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to add weights, I'm going to add reps, yeah. So 1 rep at a time and build up that way, yeah. Once I can do a solid 20, then I'm going to change spring, yeah. Which I probably doubt I'll get to, yeah, because it is quite difficult. And remember, we're not wanting particularly to build. The Eugen Sandow wasn't about building size. He wasn't that big, bigger than me, but he wasn't that big, yeah. He built a good all-round physique. And the secret to his physique was he looked bigger than what he was, yeah. And this is what we're aiming to do, yeah. We're aiming to sculpt and shape, yeah. And that way you give the visibility of being bigger when you're actually not, you're quite small, yeah. That's what we're going for. So, next time, it's going to be the Eugen Sandow light dumbbell system. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to that. Keep training.